I just got like a LAMBDA, I guess. I call it an antennucci. It's an antenna system. My problem is I looked up this LAMBDA. I I intuitively like one of these. Ready? Guerrera, hello. Yes, right. It's LAMBDA. Right. Yeah, you started that service. Right. I didn't ask for the service. That is part of my problem with the humans while I'm walking around with you. You have a serverless computing system. So usually that means humans, or it means thin air programs and process, which is not allowed to be in the consumer markets. So I'm just curious why there's schools teaching such a service like LAMBDA. LAMBDA. I would ask a real human, except I don't think that the culprits that actually started the treasonous institution would tell me the truth. Don't know, like, I've called ODNI before. It goes to a faulty spam number. SPAM. I've been life jacked and hijacked. I don't even know where or who to ask for help. So it's kind of like a YouTube thing. I'm sure that my grandpa's friends are out there somewhere, maybe. Maybe they've got sons that, like, kind of, sort of, maybe get it. I don't know. I think there was some guy. I really wanted to say it was Mark Iorio, but I don't know that that was him for sure. It looked like him, that we went for the ride with the Kenny, with the key check, the round key for Niklaus. Well, he called him Nicholas. He said that's what it said on my paper. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. All right. So, I don't know what to do. I mean, the LAMBDA looks like an S with a prop holding it up because it needs some help. But I don't know what's going on with a microprocessor service and teaching just anybody. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think government services thought it was a good idea either, but I don't know where to find all of you science junkies. And I really just need to get to Niklaus at this point. I don't know. I'm lost. I've been lost since I was 3, and I went to Mensa. MENS or ZA for like ESP psychic services. They put me, well, that was also Genius IQ, and then they put me at a Gateway, GATEWAY. That was North Carolina visit, which is a little hairy-carry because it was taken away for a while due to the retinol thing. I don't know if it's in private. Oh, then somebody told me about a treasure hunting service. TRESURHUNTINGSERVICE. He said there's collectibles on all sorts of things, Nicole. He said, I don't know if you know, like, what they're collecting on everybody. And I'm like, here's what I know. The Bay of Pigs people and the Pearl Harbor people. I have a quiet, closed case with them in a triangle and a square elsewhere. I told them I would keep that under wraps between me being a goddess and them, because they were the buried army that then I had to have unburied through scholarly means in archaeological digs, along with the T-Rex find, because they were causing other issues. In scientific research of things that I walked in on them, scared the fuck out of them. Like, how did you get here? And I said, I'm God. I'll walk wherever I want and come in wherever I want. Because they were teaching science and physics that they were not allowed to learn, to know about. And it was all in like a LAMBDA, I call it high psi, HYSY. They're not allowed to learn that high of science. Elizabeth's not allowed to teach it. I know that she's been doing a lot of physics and research and whatnot. I know some of the Vishnu people had taken part in it. a while back. I know they're very proud of what they've learned in engineering and so on and so forth, but it is causing a real problem in my godly area of science because of their constant quest for more and more and more, which is another misprogramming. But they keep programming themselves in like a LAMBDA kind of situation, more smart, so nobody will take it away from them. So that's automatic erasure. Where I come from, we just erase you completely and put you into a vacuum unit, and you're not allowed to leave until I'm wherever I need to get to. And it looks like moths in a jar. I do have a moth. It's a gypsy moth is what I call it. I told one gentleman who was very angry that I used the word gypsy. Apparently the Italians were not very nice. They were traveling people who don't belong. Some of them call them circus freaks. I did not realize some of the genetics that they were programming had facial disformities of like hair and things and genetic anomalies. They made a Guinness Book of World Records for picture books to try to explain it to me as a kid. Excuse me, they used to call them circus freaks, but they weren't always. I mean, genetics was never a problem until the facially disfigured Asians came along, and then they brought in Asia lower, but I don't even call them Asians. They're the darker skinned Indians who now like engineering as well. Big problem for me in godly territory elsewhere. I'm pretty sure I told God Department that's who's opening and closing clams, which becomes a big issue in life programming and zodiac everywhere. And I don't need the Vishnu people nor the facially disfigured triangle and square people behind the wall that I said I would never disparage unless they brought me into a harrowing situation and totally were embarrassing me. 2 fake marriages to a cross-dressed man that looks like a girl who does drugs, and a guy who looks like Prince William's, like, throw-up buddy. I didn't need either of those, so that's enough to wipe you off the face of the earth for good, permanently.